Hello, my name is Sammy Schwab and welcome to SSKN. So in this episode, I'm going to be giving you a quick update on almost all the sports since I know most of you guys will be in your houses this weekend with the big snowstorm. So to start it off, the NFL. The NFC matchup, Saints versus Rams. The Rams had their first loss this year in Week 9, and who was it to? The Saints. For the Saints, they're the number 1 seed. The last time they were the number 1 seed, they won the Super Bowl. And that year, they had lost to the Bucs, the Cowboys, and the Panthers in the regular season. This year, who'd they lose to? The Bucs, the Cowboys, and the Panthers. But can they repeat it again? We will see. The AFC matchup. Number 1 seed Chiefs versus number 2 seed Patriots. For the Patriots QB, Tom Brady, he has more playoff wins than any other QB in the history of the NFL has playoff appearances. And he has more playoff wins than 27 different franchises. But he isn't going against any other QB. He's going against my MVP, Patrick Mahomes, who's thrown for 50 touchdowns and over 5,000 passing yards this year. The Chiefs, they had one of their best offensive games all year last week against the Colts, but could they keep it up against the Patriots in the cold weather in Kansas City? Tom Brady, a losing record, 3-4 on the road in the history of his NFL career in the postseason. But you know why? That's because he's always home. NFL games are always in Foxborough when it comes to playoffs. Speaking of playoffs, Nick Foles had a great run with the Eagles in the playoffs, having one of the highest QBR ratings of all time in the playoffs. But could his magic with the Eagles be done forever? Sammy's selection. Number 1 offense in the NFL, Chiefs, versus number 2 offense in the NFL, Saints, for your Super Bowl prediction. In the NBA, the All-Star Game's coming around, and the third returns have been released. LeBron is leading the Western votes, while Giannis is leading the Eastern votes. For the West, Luka Doncic has the second most votes in the West, although he's a rookie, more votes than Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Paul George. And for the other guards starting for the West, Derrick Rose. What a comeback year. For the East, D. Wade, in his last dance, is also starting, but let's see if he can actually get an MVP in the All-Star game. Standings. The West, of course the Warriors are first. But bad news for every other team in the NBA, DeMarcus Cousins is back, going 3 for 4 from the three-point line in his first game returning. They have 5 All-Stars on their team from the previous year, the second team to ever do that. The first team, the Boston Celtics in 1975. And for the East, the Bucks and Toronto are fighting right now for that number 1 spot before we go into the All-Star break, but the Celtics, the Sixers, and the Pacers are all close behind them. Quick soccer update. English Premier League. Liverpool. Can they win it and stay at the top? They've never won a Premier League before. In fact, when the Premier League was invented in 1992, they had won 2 years before that in 1990, but have never won a true Premier League championship. And by the way, do you guys know who's leading the top 5 leagues in both scoring and assists? The King, Lionel Messi. In hockey, Tampa Bay Lightning is killing every other team. In fact, they have a 10-point advantage on any other team in the whole NHL. But a few other teams are fighting, like the Capitals and the Penguins. Speaking of the Capitals, they're fighting right now for the number 1 spot in the Metropolitan, but can they repeat as back-to-back Stanley Cup champions? I hope everyone had a good holiday and a good New Year's, and hope everyone's New Year's resolution is going well, and Schwab out.